When I last properly played this game, it had to be late 2014, early 2015 at the very earliest. I absolutely loved it. And then I recently picked it up again, and to be honest, how do I put this? I loved it even more. Also, I'm not sure why it's in 4:3 aspect ratio and why it's now suddenly in 60. Well, it's not actually 60 frames per second. It's like this weird interlaced bullshit, but I don't know why my camera's being like this. It's like not 60 frames, but kind of is at the same time. I'm one of those people who don't really understand how things work, but will happily use them. But yeah, GTA 5. Where are you even supposed to start when you're talking about a game like this? I could just spit a bunch of random facts at you, like it had over 1,000 people working on it, or had the biggest budget for a video game ever until Anthem came along and failed catastrophically. But I'm not going to do that. Instead, I'm going to propose the idea that it was originally going to be a sort of GTA San Andreas remake, but in a sort of ironic post-credit crunch, well, post-ironic society with the exact kind of influences you'd expect from that world that we live in now, just with a vastly bigger budget and a vastly bigger team to work on it. Okay, but now I've talked about how big the team was and how big the budget was, I think we should talk about the aspect of the game where that is most prevalent in. The enormous, rich world. GTA 5's world is so rich, literally everything is connected. The stock exchange is dynamic. If you blow up the phone of not Mark Zuckerberg, and, well, it's Mark Zuckerberg and Steve Jobs put together, Life Invader stock absolutely plummets. About 3/4 of the way into the game, Trevor takes over the strip club, and the stock from the strip club also falls. Because, Trevor's a fucking lunatic and he doesn't know how to run a business. He'd say otherwise, though. Radio DJs will comment on the story beats, which granted isn't that new, but it's always cool when you hear it. And, well, according to research done by MatPat, so take this with as much salt as he gives out when everyone gives him any criticism, the police will actually react differently depending on what character you're playing as. Like, right, according to MatPat, keep that in mind. Like, so this could be complete bullshit. This could have been debunked years ago for all I know. Apparently, if you're playing as Franklin, it's easier to get a wanted level if you're in this sort of deep inner city. And if you're playing as Trevor, it's much easier to get a wanted level out in the fucking desert with the sort of county sheriffs and all that. I don't know the name of the... I don't know what you call them. Do they even say it? I don't know. They probably do, but I wasn't paying attention because I was too busy playing GTA 5. Don't have time for this bullshit details. What was I on about? No, whatever. It doesn't matter. Let's talk about the characters. The three main protagonists. I think Rockstar were making fun of us all when they decided to make these three characters who they were. There's Franklin, the noob to the series who just loves the fast cars and the cool driving and all that, and his powers reflect that. The story-loving, aging movie lover who's a bit stuck in the past, but has the same powers as Max Payne and John Marston. We'll get to that as well. And the right-wing shitlord with just almost indestructibility from the sheer salt that emanates from his body. The powers reflect the personalities of the characters and the players they represent. Let me explain. With Franklin. Now, Franklin's a bit of a noob. He's just used to gangbanging and selling weed and all that. It was probably the first character they had in mind as the player character, or like the guy the player would control. Well, if I'm right about GTA being a modern San Andreas retelling in almost everything but name, like I said earlier, Franklin wants to stop gangbanging and make some real money. This might sound a bit tinfoil hattish, but bear with me. Franklin represents the 13-year-olds who put GTA 5 on their Christmas list because their favourite streamer plays it. Just like how Franklin idolizes successful gangsters, all of these little kiddies are idolizing their favourite streamer, and they watch their GTA funny moments and look at the fast cars, and they want it. That looks great, and they imitate them. Michael is a retired bank robber. Hasn't really done a score in years. And he also loves movies. He's the older, more mature players, probably late teens to early 20s, maybe a bit older. His last score might be a metaphor for the bank heist in GTA 4, which is actually referenced if you save Packy McCreary in a random encounter. His love for movies is because the players he represents play Rockstar games for their engaging stories, not necessarily the gameplay. Michael represents the Rockstar fanboys. Like, that's if you're a Rockstar fanboy, like, GTA is pointed at Michael and saying, hey, this is who you want to be. Aren't you pathetic? We'll get onto that later. I mentioned his superpower, his ability being the same as John Marston and Max Payne's because, well, that's exactly what it is. I don't think Rockstar did this thoughtlessly. It's a statement on how video games can be cinematic in the same way that movies and TV are. And because Michael's such a movie buff, it's logical that his power would be such an inherently cinematic, this is for the player, not for the character ability. Now Trevor. Well, Trevor represents the players who don't really give a shit. He wants gameplay, he wants violence, big explosions, all that shit, but he can appreciate some of the satire. Well, the satire that doesn't just go completely over his head. Trevor represents the players who don't really take the games seriously, and are just really there for fun. Like, they just want to raise hell. Because raising hell is funny. These are the tryhards you meet on GTA Online, the ones who spend a month doing heist after heist to afford a jet to terrorize noobs with. Their gameplay makes them seem inherently antisocial and violent. At least, that's what they want everyone to think. Trevor's probably the most emotionally vulnerable character in the entirety of Rockstar Games' multiverse.
I'm so sorry.
Which is canon, by the way. Jack Marston wrote a book called Red Dead, which can be found on Franklin's bookshelf. I think, was it Franklin's? You can find it on a bookshelf. It's called Red Dead, and it's written by Jay Marston. There's a TV show about Bulworth Academy, and Michael references bank robbing in the same area that Manhunt takes place in. Casa fucking City. Well, there are 3 timelines. There's the 2D one, the 3D one, and the HD one. We're currently in the HD universe with games for basically anything from GTA 3 to Red Dead Redemption 2. But back on topic, GTA 5 is a pretty standard GTA game story-wise, up until the ending.
Hey, Slick, it's me!
What the fuck do you want? You got my money, punk?
Hey, you got some coconut water or something like that? I need some electrolytes. Damn, it's kind of warm, isn't it?
Man, you got a death wish or something. Am I supposed to kill you now?
Oh, no, bro. Not me.
Nah.
Oh, yeah!
But that's my boy.
Yeah, but that's my boy. He has betrayed everyone he's ever known. He's got you involved with the federal government, and he's messed up several business ventures of mine. He has got to go. And you know what? I'd like to say that this isn't personal, but it is personal.
But the feds, man. The feds have told me to kill Trevor, and I obviously can't kill them both.
The feds. Steve Haynes, Dave Norton. I own shopping malls. I would not employ those 2 clowns in. And I make one phone call, their careers, they are over. So you're gonna A, listen to some 50 grand a year pension hunter, or B, a billionaire, who even the president lets finger his wife, or C, try and be really stupid and save those 2 idiot mentors of yours and have everybody in the goddamn state crawling up your ass. A, B, or C. Time's ticking, pal. Beep, beep, beep. And your answer is...
Man, you know what? Man, fuck you.
Genius answer, pal. Total genius, but time is running. You think about it. Me, I got a triathlon coming up, and I am in deep training. Bye-bye.
Man, fuck you.
Okay, I thought to myself. Now it's time for Franklin to go and tell Michael and Trevor that, you know, being a crazy psychopath doesn't pay, and now it's time to leave town and never come back, and then we get the epilogue as Franklin, and then we just have to do the rest of Free Roam as Franklin. Oh no. GTA 5 did something really special. I was actually taken aback by this. Like, this was genuinely disarming. The game was giving me the option to just kill off one of the player characters. I wasn't expecting this at all. And neither were any of you. Well, I didn't take either option, of course. What kind of greedy savage do you take me for? GTA V's campaign mode was an absolute masterpiece in cinematic, visual, technological, and storytelling. Now let's talk about online. GTA Online is a very, very different beast. The only thing it has in common with GTA 5 is the map. And a few characters. And all of the brands and the cars and the weapons. When GTA 5 satirizes the idea of you being a high-rolling action hero, no matter how unhinged, how much drive you have, how much you achieve, there'll always be someone bigger, badder, and scarier. Just ask Johnny.
Fucking shit! Cut! Who the fuck are you speaking to?
GTA Online actively encourages you to be the best, the richest, the guy with the fastest car, the biggest yacht. Your silent, sociopathic GTA Online character doesn't have a failing marriage, or friends who are a bad influence on him, or any real enemies trying to make your life hell. There aren't any consequences to his actions. And I'm using male pronouns because your character's a male. Well, mine is. But whatever, it applies to female player characters just as much. In fact, I'd go far as to say that the GTA Online character has no identity. Like, they're a true RPG protagonist. They don't have any backstory, any baggage. Their lives start as you get off the plane and meet Lamar. Like, there's no baggage like a traditional GTA protagonist. GTA Online is the fast track to success that the characters of GTA 5's story happily kill for. Like, it's the most idyllic interpretation of Rockstar's HD universe that we've ever had. If GTA 5 satirized consumerism, bureaucracy, the American dream, and petty criminals trying to make it big, then GTA Online actively parodies it. Now, the difference between the two may seem arbitrary, and, well, it kind of is. I'm making a meta-analysis of a 6-year-old game, but just pay attention. The difference between satire and parody is intent. GTA 5 can make fun of the world in a spiteful, sarcastic way because it sees itself as a work of art. GTA Online, on the other hand, merely exaggerates what we find cool. The same things it was mocking senselessly in the campaign are being championed and celebrated in its online mode. Reminder that this is what Rockstar thinks of its core audience.
Jim? What's a troll?
Like a joker on the internet.
What sort of jokes?
Sorta mean jokes.
Like what?
Like, someone posts something and you're all like, that sucks, you suck, dick.
Oh, so jokes that aren't funny.
No, you don't get it. The humor comes with repetition. Like, you say it once, big deal. Then you say it again, and again, and again, and again.
Okay.
The reason GTA Online celebrates its own exaggerated decadence, greed, and senseless violence is because that's the point of GTA Online's existence. You can laugh at the system while engaging in a safe, virtual recreation of it. You can go and kill a bunch of bikers or work for Trevor Phillips. There are no consequences in GTA Online. Whereas Michael would get kidnapped and the Lost Biker Gang would hunt Franklin down. You don't have to deal with any of that shit as your GTA Online character. Like, it almost satirizes its own satire, if that makes sense. GTA 5 says the world's terrible and full of terrible people, whereas GTA Online just says, fuck it, who cares? Screw them and enjoy yourself. And is that not the point of entertainment? To entertain? Like, yeah, giving us a moral lesson and preaching your politics to us is all fine and dandy, but at the end of the day, we watch movies, listen to music, binge watch TV shows, play video games because we find it enjoyable. So, thank you, Rockstar. You may be a little bit greedy with the shark cards. GTA Online may just be one giant Skinner box, but the world would be a darker place without GTA 5 in it. And I hope GTA 6 or Bully 2 or Red Dead Redemption 3 or whatever it is you have planned for us next is as good, if not better, than GTA 5. I want to give a huge thank you to my 3 top-tier patrons, Stolen Dragoon, Ori Main, and Baby Kitschy, as well as all of my other patrons, and all of you who watched this pretty long video. It's like, well, it's not long for a video essay, but it's long for me. Yeah, I like GTA 5. If you want me to make some GTA 5 funny moments, please tell me, because... Will I make a GTA 5 funny moments video? Probably, when I'm completely out of ideas. Have some footage of it somewhere. Might need to get some more, though. I might not have footage for it. I might have accidentally deleted it. I'm gonna ruin my search engine optimization if I just keep babbling on after everyone's already clicked away. So, you'll see me in my next video. See you later.